You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Welcome back to WP Sportsdesk. The MLB regular season kicks off this Sunday, and we have the baseball guys here to give us some predictions for this season. There's no debate that Masahiro Tanaka is the ace of the Yankees pitching staff, but what can the Yankees expect out of their 2 to 5 starters this year? We'll start with you, Giuseppe.
You know what, Wyatt? One guy I really like for the Yankees is Michael Pineda. I know he's not 2012 Michael Pineda, and he'll never reach that level again. He maybe will never reach that level again, but if you look at guys like Jake Arrieta, who's now 31, 32 years old, he's amazing now. He wasn't that great when he was with the Orioles, but it's a possibility that Michael Pineda can reach his potential once again. And then you got guys like Luis Severino, who has to step it up, and he may very well step it up. CC Sabathia, he's in his final season most likely with the Yankees. I don't know about his career-wise, but CC Sabathia, pretty good pitcher for the Yankees these past few seasons, so look for him to be standard. And then obviously Masahiro Tanaka, one of the best pitchers in baseball, one of the best pitchers for the Yankees. And the 5th spot is still up for grabs, so I don't know who's going to take that spot yet, but it's looking pretty promising for the Yankees.
Yeah, it is. And I think they're going to be carried by those 3 between Tanaka, Pineda, and they got, what's his name? I'm blanking out right now. Montgomery, the big lefty out of South Carolina. They drafted him in 2014. Killing it this spring. I really like him a lot. 6'6", 225. I think he's going to be a good future guy.
Yeah, I think the fact that you're fumbling to say who the 5th starter is for the Yankees
right, exactly.
says something in itself. And, you know, if this is 2011, this rotation looks great with CC Sabathia and Michael Pineda, but unfortunately it's 2017, and these 2 guys aren't the same as what they were.
I think the big X factor for the Yankees rotation is going to be Luis Severino. We saw what he did 2 years ago as a rookie. He looked nearly unhittable going into last year. I thought he was going to be one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. I thought he was going to turn out to be the ace of the Yankee staff. Then he just kind of flopped and had like a 7 ERA. Montgomery did look good. He looked very impressive, so we're going to have to see what he does this upcoming year. But I think it's going to be really dependent on what you get from Tanaka, Pineda, and Luis Severino.
Yeah, Jordan Montgomery in his last spring start actually went 6 innings, so we'll see if he wins that last job. So, Antonio, we'll start with you. In one of the best divisions in baseball in the AL East, what does it look like it's going to shape up to?
I mean, if you pull up what I got for my predictions, I think really the Red Sox are going to run away with it. Between, you know, they got Chris Sale, they got, so I got the Red Sox, they're going to get 96 wins. I got the Blue Jays coming 7 games behind them. Orioles, I think they're going to surprise me with the 85 wins. They're kind of being underdogs right now. Yankees, I got 83 and 79, and then coming up with Tampa Bay Rays at 75 and 87. Really, there's a lot of optimism about the Yankees. I just think they're too young, and I don't trust a team that cut and signed John Neese within 24 hours.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, I agree with you there. And if you look at my standings, they're exactly identical to Antonio's. Maybe not the records, but the standings. I think the Red Sox run away with this division. I think they're the best team by far, possibly the best team in the American League. I still like the Blue Jays, even though they lost Encarnacion. I still think the hitting is there, and they have great pitching. And I think the Orioles will make a push for a wild card spot. Now the Yankees, I think they're a little too young, and the pitching's not there. But in a couple of years, you'll see them at the top of the standings.
Mine are almost the same. I would flip the Yankees and the Orioles, though. I think the Yankees are going to surprise a lot of people this year. I think their young guys are a lot better than what we actually think. Between Greg Bird, Gary Sanchez, and the pitching even, we got some young pitchers. They're going to be really good this year. Like I said, the Red Sox are going to have 97 wins. I think they're going to be unbelievable with Chris Sale. I mean, losing Ortiz is going to hurt, but I don't think it will affect them too much. The Blue Jays coming in 2nd, Yankees in 3rd with, I think, 86 wins. The Orioles and the Rays will just
86.
86.
You know what? I don't agree with any of these guys, so I'll show you what's really going to happen. Obviously, the Red Sox are going to be in first place because the whole Chris Sale thing just blew it out of the water. They're obviously the top dog in the AL East and possibly all of baseball. And yes, I put the New York Yankees 2nd because they have the same young talent that the Red Sox have. The only thing that they're missing is the fact that they don't have as great a pitching as the Boston Red Sox. And obviously, the Rays are in last place because the Rays farm system is abysmal. Let's use the word abysmal. And they're not going to be good for like another, I want to say like 5 years, probably giving them the benefit of the doubt. Otherwise, Encarnacion leaving Toronto, big hole for Toronto, but I still think they'll take the 3rd spot. And the Orioles, being the Orioles of old and new, they're still going to be in the same spot.
Now, guys, can the Mets stay healthy, and can the replacement players come in and step in like they did last year?
I think that's a kind of hard question to predict. You can't really predict injuries. You can't predict what's going to happen. Certainly, as a Mets fan, I hope they do. I hope, you know, especially the starters, I hope they stay healthy, the arms, and I hope guys like Cespedes and even Jay Bruce stay healthy and get some good production out of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, like Antonio said, it's hard to say. I mean, last year, these guys like TJ Rivera, Robert Gesellman, Seth Lugo, you know, they came in and they led this team to 87 wins. Nobody expected the Mets to win this many games when they had so many injuries. So, you know, if the Mets can stay healthy, they're a 90-plus win team. If not, we'll see what these replacement players can do. But they have proven that they can play in the big leagues and lead this team to 80-something wins.
Now to update us on another Met who will be missing time to start the year, we go to our correspondent, Joe Rea. Joe?
On Wednesday, the long-awaited ruling of Jeurys Familia's domestic violence case was handed down by Commissioner Rob Manfred. Similar cases like Hector Oliver, Jose Reyes, and Aroldis Chapman received suspensions ranging from 30 games to 82. Familia's a fraction of that. He will miss the first 15 games of the 2017 regular season. Jose Reyes forfeited $7 million during his case. Familia's was just costing just under $700,000. According to Manfred, there just wasn't enough evidence to prove of any wrongdoing. He'll be eligible to rejoin the Mets April 20th, a home game against the Phillies. Addison Reed will be expected to hold down the fort until then. Wyatt?
So no more AL East talk. We'll talk NL East. Now, Giuseppe, Jake, can you tell us what you guys think are going to shape up with those standings?
Wyatt, I'll run through it for you really quick. I think the Nationals are going to take the top spot, and the Mets coming into a close second because both teams are really good. But I think the Nationals, Bryce Harper is going to come back to Bryce Harper form, not have as bad a season as he had last year, and come back to the form of 2015 MVP Bryce Harper. The Mets, obviously, the Mets have one of the best rotations in baseball, so look out for that race to be a really good race.
Giuseppe said it great. I think Nationals are going to take the top spot. The Nationals are going to be a great team this year, in my opinion. Then you got the Mets, who are going to be as good as they were last year, maybe a little better if they can stay healthy. Hopefully, we'll see. But rest of the division is just going to shape out. Marlins and then Phillies, Braves.
Well, thank you guys, and that's all the time we have on this episode of WP Sportsdesk. Thank you to our analyst, crew, and studio manager, Clarke. From Studio B in Hobart Hall, I'm Wyatt Kalb. We'll see you next week.